Ulazamaza. Ulazamaza. Yeah. Oh, that's a nice boy. Oh, he's a good boy. Come on. Roll, roll, roll. Come on. Roll over. Roll over. Hey, Napoli. How are things today, eh? Have you stopped mating? Sure. I spent a lot of time with these guys when they were young, pretty much every day for many, many days at a time. And I think it's pretty much a question of how much time you spend with them when they're young. It pays off when they're older, you know. I kind of relate it always to people and their kids and their offspring. If you're a good father and you spend a lot of time around your child, generally when that child is older, he has got a fantastic relationship with you. But if you're one of those fathers who don't, later on in life, you cannot ask the question, why doesn't my child want to be part of me? You know, and it's the same thing with these guys. You put a lot of time in when they're, you know, very young, up to about the age of 2, and really they like this at 10 years of age, you know. And at 10 years of age in the wild, this is a lion that's been pretty much ousted from the pride. He's going to be on his own again. Yeah, Scarface. Coming. This is how we transport hyenas to the next enclosure. He's a good boy. The movie we're doing is a feature film. It's called White Lion, and it's basically a coming of age story about a little white lion born into a tawny lion pride. And his name is Letsatsi, which means the sun. This one, yeah. That's the dew claw. 2 male lions come and oust his father. They kick his father out of the pride, and they chase away all the youngsters. And basically what happens is he wants to follow his cousins, but they say, we don't want anything to do with you. And he goes on a journey. It's basically his calling. He goes on a journey, and off he goes into the wilderness, and he meets up with a whole lot of different animals, and he comes across some near-death experiences, but it kind of pushes him forward. He becomes the lion he's meant to be. He becomes this big white lion, and but he's at the end of the movie. There's a little bit of a twist, because this trophy hunter's heard about this big white lion, and he's come to obviously shoot him. And Letsatsi's got to take on a pride of his own at the same time. So there's a bit of a 3-way battle that goes on. And I'm not going to reveal how it ends. You know, a lot of people say, well, these are wild animals. And yeah, I agree with them, they are. And quite frankly, I'd be the first in the country to lift all the fences and say, let all the animals mingle like it was in the old days. But you know, let the truth be known, we're not living in those times anymore. And humans have encroached on these guys' territories. And unfortunately, the wilds of southern Africa and Africa aren't like they used to be. So we've got to live in a real world with real times, and we're going to make the best of the situation. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy, buddy, buddy. Ooh, buddy, buddy, buddy. Big buddy. Ooh.
tired, I'm going to eat.
You know what happens with all animals is in the midday, all the predators at least, you know, they sleep. And they're grumpy in the middle of the... Because he'll tolerate me in, but if I get very close,